Jamal Green had always been a man of principle. Growing up in the bustling streets of Brooklyn, he'd learned early that kindness, even in the smallest measure, often returned tenfold. But what happened on an otherwise ordinary Tuesday would change his life forever. Jamal worked as a mechanic at a modest auto shop near Wall Street. He enjoyed his job, even if the pay was barely enough to cover rent. One afternoon, while taking a break outside the shop, he noticed a sleek black Rolls-Royce Phantom stalled at a traffic light. A man in a perfectly tailored suit stepped out, looking utterly clueless under the hood. Jamal couldn't resist. "Hey, you need a hand?" he called out. The man, who turned out to be none other than Winston Wexler, tech mogul, billionaire, and the face of countless Forbes covers, looked relieved. "Do you know cars?" "Do I know cars?" Jamal chuckled. "Sir, I could fix this beauty blindfolded." With practiced ease, Jamal assessed the issue, a minor fuel line problem, and had it fixed in no time. Winston was stunned. "How did you figure that out so quickly?" Jamal shrugged. "Just doing what I do best." Before Winston could offer a tip or payment, Jamal waved it off. "Namen. Just glad I could help." But Winston wasn't one to forget a good. 2 weeks later, Jamal received a knock at his door. A sharply dressed man handed him an elegant envelope embossed with gold lettering. Inside was an invitation to a private event at the Wexler estate, one of the most extravagant mansions in Manhattan. Confused but curious, Jamal decided to go. When he arrived, the scale of wealth took his breath away: marble fountains, art worth millions, and a driveway filled with cars he'd only ever dreamed of fixing. Winston greeted him personally. "Jamal, my man. Thanks for coming. I owe you big time." "You don't owe me anything," Jamal said, feeling out of place among the glittering crowd. "Oh, but I do," Winston insisted. "Come with me." Winston led Jamal to his private garage, which was more like a museum. Dozens of luxury cars gleamed under chandelier lights. "Pick one," Winston said casually. "Excuse me?" Jamal stammered. "You heard me. Pick any car here. It's yours." Jamal blinked. "You can't be serious." "Dead serious," Winston replied, grinning. "You saved me from a very public meltdown. It's the least I can do." Jamal's eyes wandered to a stunning cherry-red Aston Martin. "That one," he said hesitantly. "Excellent choice," Winston exclaimed. But he wasn't done. "Actually, let's make this better," Winston said. "How about I cover your mechanic shop's rent for life? And if you ever want to retire, I'll give you a position on my team. Talent like yours shouldn't go unnoticed." Jamal couldn't believe his ears. "Are you for real?" "Real as this suit," Winston joked. True to his word, Winston followed through. Jamal's life changed overnight. He kept working at his shop, but now he had the freedom to expand, hire staff, and give back to his community. The cherry-red Aston Martin became his daily ride, a reminder of the day kindness turned into a fortune. But more importantly, Jamal and Winston became unlikely friends, proof that sometimes the simplest acts of kindness can bridge even the widest gaps. And whenever someone asked Jamal how he ended up with the life he had, he'd simply smile and say, "I just fixed a car."